Hello, hi. Hello, hi everybody. Oh man, does Clive have the wrong mic input again? This keeps happening. Either that or it's just maybe the lip tracking isn't doing so well today. No, it's set correctly. Yeah, it just, he has problems. You know what's funny is like over the course of these streams, Clive's mouth has just worked less and less well. It just keeps getting worse. Oh no! Like there's sorry, my mic input in OBS is certainly fine, but the VR tracker has its own mic input that it uses for uh uh see his mouth kind of moves when I make sound. Uh ooh, there we go. You know, I think that's actually the problem is that what it's having trouble with is the mouth shape detection because ooh, ooh, ooh. I swear to God, it's supposed to detect phonemes. It's supposed to pick up like basic vowels and make particular mouth shapes. Also, let's see, is the angry mode working? I can't tell. If I squint, he's supposed to get mad. Yeah, I think a whole bunch of his whole bunch of his face situations aren't working right. Anyway, hello everybody. And honestly, like the hands are doing worse today than typical. So it really is just like, yeah, it's not a great day for Clive. Are my lights turned up all the way? Let's see. Okay, well the remote control is upside down, so I just turned them off completely. Can the webcam even? Yeah, it's worse. It's much worse with all the lights off. Let's try this again. Okay, there we go. You know what? Actually, the lights were not up all the way, but it still isn't really working. So I'm going to turn them back down because it's not the kind of day where I want to be looking at bright lights. Ugh. Not that I'm hungover. Perish the thought. Anyway, hello everybody. I figured today is a day where probably people want something to look at that's not what's going on right now. So I'm a little tired. Not too bad, honestly. Like today's a Sunday. All Sundays are sleepy Sundays. I can't remember the last time I had a Sunday where I wasn't just like fully awake and hating every second of it. This has nothing to do with how much I drink on Saturdays. Perish the thought, perish the drop. Perish the drop. I would never touch a drip of the stuff. A wee bit of the creature. As he takes a gulp from his beer glass, which you cannot see. There. If you watched closely, you got to see Clive pantomiming drinking a beer. Anyway, Sundays are for picking rocks and getting hammered. That's a letter, Kenny, isn't it? I swear. Also, I don't know why Clive's arms are just going nuts. Like, they seem to be doing worse than usual. Let's, is the damping turned up too much or down too much? Let's see. Advanced settings. Interpolation. Is that worse? Oh, that's much worse. What if we turn it all the way down? Oh! Oh, that's much better. Oh, okay, all right. Let's give it just a little bit of jitter. Oh, that's doing so much better. Whew. There we go. All right. He's a bit less distracting to look at. Yeah, see, as somebody who's escaped the rat race more than I'd like to admit, I can't be like, oh, work really getting me down. Like, I did earn my wings, but nonetheless, I left them behind when I left the ivory tower. So I entered the ivory tower. So can sympathize, but only from a distance. Boy, howdy. Capitalism, everybody. Capitalism is everyone's friend and nobody's enemy. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have warned you. That was going to be loud. Uh-oh. Why is Clive behind the game? Get ready for the jump scare. It's killing time. Oh my god, he warped right past, right past, out of the frame. That's so Clive. Yeah, absolutely. This is Korg Wave Station, the video game. And we're going to be doing a lot of pausing and listening to the music as we play this. Because holy crap, listen to this. This is wonderful. Though I do need to tab for a second because why is Clive... Oh, I see. There we go. There we go. He was behind the game. Can't have that. Well, Trek, I mean, for all my problems, Clive is definitely worse. I'll tell you that. We are not the same, and it is a skill issue. Clive is 100% gay. I'm sorry. Anyway, so this is a game I had never heard of, called Killing Time. It is 100% new to me. It's from 1995. It was for the 3DO. And the Windows port came out like a year or two later, and it is absolutely terrible. Well, probably not by the standards of the time, although PC Gaming Wiki has some really juicy lines on there. Like, they tell you that after you install the... Oh gosh, was this a Burger Becky joint? I think it might have been. Night Dive is going to re-release it, but honestly, I prefer to play the original. Let's see. I'm checking to see if... Okay, yeah, it looks like Becky at least worked on the PC port. Probably both. Anyway, but yeah, because it's a 3DO game, it kind of makes sense that they didn't port it to DOS. They ported it straight to Windows. But it's one of those early Windows games. I don't know if it's WinG or really early DirectX. I think it would have to be like WinG or some cursed direct frame buffer access crap. I don't even know. It's definitely it's its own engine. It's not based on anything. It's ambitious in ways that you know, that are not surprising if you're familiar with the 3DO and its capabilities and what they had in mind for it and the time that it came out. Because, like, obviously, CD-ROM, right? This game is very much a, hey, we have 650 megs, we better use every single one. So it makes great use of CD audio, as you could tell. Like, this music is wonderful. And all the music in the game that I've heard so far is wonderful. I haven't played very much, but enough to sort of get my bearings. And yeah, the music is just delightful. As you can imagine, it's a horror game. And the reason I've been delaying starting it is because as soon as I do, we have to sit through like a 10-minute cutscene that is incredibly poorly produced and pegs the cringe meter so hard the needle is stuck. So, yeah, baby. Let's get into it. Let's get started. By the way, can I just say I love what we have here, because this is a PC horror game, well, 3DO, but still, that is not just, hey everybody, have you heard of this guy named H.R. Giger? like look at the sort of, like, the art style here could have been a Giger thing, but it isn't. It's its own thing. I like that. Player's name. Oh, and you know what? I'm putting this on easy. I have not tried it on easy yet, but I tried it several times on medium, and boy, is it tedious. All right, here we goddamn go. Oh shit! It skipped it. Sorry. Here we go. Goddamn go.
I'm off the rocky coast of Maine, heading toward the island of Matinicus, alone. My Egyptology professor, Dr. Hargrove, was always recounting his trips to northern Africa in the 1930s and his search for a mystical water clock from the dynasty of the pharaoh Ramses. The clock supposedly had powers to grant everlasting life. Claimed he found it once, but whatever Hargrove found mysteriously disappeared after a visit by the expedition's patron, Tess Conway. I've picked up the trail where Hargrove left off. It has led me to heiress Tess Conway's island estate. Tess was obsessed with the occult. Her greed drew her toward Duncan DeVries, a debonair two-bit smuggler. In its heyday, the Conway estate hosted wild, extravagant parties. It has been deserted for decades. Tess and her society friends disappeared in 1932 on the night of the summer solstice. I'm just getting my first glimpse of the house. The weather's getting worse, but I'm almost ashore. I fear my life may be in danger, but I have come prepared. That's strange. My watch has stopped.
All right, baby. Yeah, there it is. Honestly, my favorite part about this is okay, sorry, there's several things. First off, the invocation of a water clock as a spooky occult object is such a strange pull, because I don't think that's a thing that most people really know anything about. And also, it just doesn't come off as being very spooky. A clock. Like, the only time... I'm trying to think of other instances of a clock being a plot item in anything, and all I can think of is Cisco building one in that episode of Deep Space Nine. It's a clock. Anyway, so there's that. That's strong. Very strong. Then, there's the fact that I'm like 95% certain that they had a certain amount of space left on the disk. Exactly 45 seconds was left after everything else. And so they're like, well, shit, we wrote this script. This info dump is mandatory. We've hired a voice actor. We've got time booked at the studio, but it's 45 seconds. Exactly 45 seconds. We cannot go 1 second over, and our writer has already quit, so just tell him to read it as fast as he can. Also, we only booked 45 minutes total at the studio, so, like, he gets 3 takes, you know? I love how he just sort of trails off at the end of some of the sentences, like he's sort of, you know, wrapping up an aside during a story, an anecdote he's telling. Also, I'm a big fan of she was into the occult, and then she just says like ISIS or whatever once, and that's it. That's that's the exposition on that character. It's very strong. Like it reeks of something got cut, budget, time, disk space. I don't know, but somewhere they were not able to make this what they wanted it to be, and boy, ain't that just the way of it with this sort of title. All right, so let's immediately begin criticizing the game engine. Bing. Google it with Bing. Okay, all right. Okay. Ooh. Oh, sorry, let's chill on the music first. Good call in between, picking up on the Journeyman jam, because yes, that's also very much Korg. Anyway, I'm playing on easy because on medium this is super tedious. One of my favorite things about this era of game is when you play like Doom, every single pixel of Doom was meticulously crafted, but as soon as you step down from like that tier, you immediately get into stuff where the art department was not necessarily an expert on what they were doing, and so you get like this dark red. I don't know if this is a port issue. I don't know if this is an oversight or if the artist genuinely just didn't notice that when they like digitized this image that they got this big ugly red in the middle of it. Yeah, pretty typical for this era because these are all definitely bit crushed. This is a very claustrophobic game, especially because you could really get like stuck on corners. I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, there we go. I can sort of demonstrate this if we. Yeah, you see that there, the weird little slowdowns. I wasn't doing that on purpose. Yeah, see, so when you slip past a corner, you sort of bind on it. It's very odd. All right, so then moving on, we're on this boat, right, and it's got some of the strangest geometry you've ever seen. Like, you know, we can go around the front here and like, okay, that's neat. Very narrow. Like, this is one of those things, I've talked about this before, how in early FPS games, people like to get on, you know, people like to do this like really dull sort of almost revisionism of history by talking about how, you know, Doom could have been so much more if they'd been able to make spaces that actually look, you know, like human places, right? But they tried that. It didn't work. Tom Hall really wanted to do it, and they started doing it. It sucked. It wasn't fun. And the reason is human spaces look like this in a video game. They're, like, super narrow because in reality, like, you don't need to worry about running into walls. But in games, the problem is, look how fast I'm moving. I'm moving at, like, Doom Guy velocity, which is, you know, several, you know, dozen miles per hour. So it's really, really fast. And we also end up with weird little things like this. Like, look at the complexity of this little intersection here. It's almost beautiful, you know? Like, yeah, we're sort of crushed in between all these different things. So, yeah, how do we get off the boat? How do we get off the boat? Do we, can't jump off there. What about, can't do it. Oh, actually, oh, wow, that didn't work earlier. That's not how you're supposed to do it. The way you're supposed to do it is by stepping up on this little crate here that obviously they added at the last second because it's not textured correctly. It's sort of sunk into the ground and whatnot, probably because all their testers couldn't get out of the boat. So you step on that, that gets you out onto the dock. Now, you can probably tell that this is not a quote-unquote true 3D engine. It's just doing what people refer to as Y shearing. So, you know, there's no converging lines. So it's just like Doom, etc. But what's interesting is we can actually go down into the boat and get some bullets. And, you know, probably everybody already knows what's happening here because nobody was making games in this era that could do room over room. It just wasn't worth the effort. But, well, you know, it does do it, doesn't it? Except that, of course, it doesn't do it. And you could tell that it doesn't do it because... you could tell that it's not doing it, right? It's not doing it. If I jump into the stairwell, look, I warped. Oh, you know what? Actually, oh, you can see it. The whole world disappears when you go down in here. It's warping you into an ultraverse because, of course, room over room is not possible. It's just when you step down here, it teleports you to another spot on the map where that door is open. And you can also tell from the minimap, that's quite a nice minimap. And you can see, you know, it's obviously doing the same thing, right? So that's fun. But it's also obnoxious because they had to put these pointless crates here that don't make any sense. There's no other cargo on the ship. But they had to put these crates here because otherwise you'd be able to just see the backdrop disappearing, right? So it's really funny. I saw these crates. The very first thing that happened in the game was I turned around, I saw these crates, and I said, why the fuck are those there? And as soon as I saw the stairs, I knew exactly why. Build used that hack for elevators. For some, not all of its elevators. A lot of people think that it's used for some of the room over room stuff, like the projection room at the beginning, but that's not true. It actually truly is a room over a room. Using some very dense details of the way the game engine works. Because Duke Nukem 3D is actually based on portals. The entire game thinks with portals. So that is a fact. Actual fact. I'm quoting Ken Silverman. The game is portal-based. So you could actually do weird non-Euclidean spaces. Anyway, so yeah, obviously, you know, 1995 or several years into the FPS revolution, if you will. But I think this is an interesting subject because what FPSs actually came out in 1995? 93 and 92, 93, and 94 were all banner years, right? If nothing else, we got Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, Doom 2, Ultimate Doom. And then in 96 we got Quake. But what came out in 95? I think Marathon? I want to say. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Retro Swim is dead ass correct. When you go down in the water at Duke, it does teleport you. But yeah, 95. I don't know that there were any major FPSs in 95. 96, 97, 98, banner years, all of them. But 95, I don't think had any really major releases. But it was a point where the technology was improving considerably. So as you can see, they're doing some stuff with the geometry here. It's not actually more complex than Doom, really, but it is ambitious as far as, again, real-world human spaces. You know, we got all these crates and whatnot. It looks quite good. It doesn't look like a Doom clone at all. Got some shells there, which is interesting. Oh, that was my other comment about the intro I wanted to make. Guys like, I came prepared, and then you hear him cock a shotgun, but he doesn't have a shotgun. In fact, all I have is this pistol. And my first time through the game, this is very funny, I skipped this building here. You'll see why that matters in a moment. And I got to the first group of enemies, ran out of ammo, and soft-locked. So, anyway, there's a health orb back here. That'll come up later, which is doing something very interesting. It's actually translucent. If you see in the middle, there's pixels that aren't on the same dot grid, and they're actually moving because it's actually coloring the world behind it. How fascinating is that? Why do that? Pistols do not cock like that. They do not make that sound. I have a replica revolver here next to me. There we go. This is a replica Smith & Wesson 44 Magnum. Sounds more like that. That's a pistol. Anyway, the other thing I want to point out about this revolver that is wonderful is the extremely thin hammer on it. No revolver has ever had a hammer that thin. I don't know why they did that. Like, they've got all that space there. Why not just make it thicker? All right, jump scare. Come on. Miss?
I'm gonna need you down at the dock tonight. We're expecting another shipment of arms.
Well, boss, where am I gonna put all this stuff? I mean, the storage room.
Wah! Okay, so, there we go.
Help me. Help me.
Okay, so the first time I came through here, that's all that would happen. But I had read that the game had in-game cinematics. And I was like, okay, I think that's what this is supposed to be, but all it would do is just this over and over. This is the first time I've ever triggered that sequence. Let's see if we can do it again.
I'm gonna need you down at the dock tonight. We're expecting another shipment of arms.
Well, boss, where am I gonna put all this stuff? I mean, the storage room is almost full. I can't even walk in there.
Guess you'll just have to stash it around the grounds.
Well, I don't like it. I mean, booze was one thing, but guns, I don't know.
Quit worrying, Mike. Our new associates from Chicago will be here this evening to take the guns off the island. They will pay us handsomely for the arms. They have new contacts. We can expand. This is only the beginning.
Gangsters famously like to refer to weapons as arms. Yeah, sorry, bad vibes. I figured you probably were, but I just, for the benefit of the audience, in case anybody was unclear. Anyway, so of course this being, like I said, an early FPS that wants to do the realistic spaces thing, we obviously have to go squeeze in between tons of little tiny crates. It's like, oh, can I even get back there? It really doesn't look like you can. So this is the crowbar, really, really poorly made crowbar sprite. And, of course, not nearly as satisfying, I would say, as the Half-Life one. I think we only get this one. Yeah. Minecraft energy. Also, I think, yeah, absolutely everything produces the same tink noise. Anyway, but the first time through, I didn't pick this up. It turns out you could just skip it by accident if you don't happen to go into this room. That means that you could just end up soft-locked because you need a melee weapon. You run out of ammo way too easily. Although, easy mode might be easier. Let's see. So we're going to pick up all these bullets. Now, earlier I discovered that if I jump back here, I'm just stuck. I cannot get out, and there we go. I just had to do it over and over and over until it took me like a couple of minutes earlier to get out of there. But I can imagine somebody just soft-locking there on their first trip through and just going, fuck this, and deleting the game. So I don't know if that's what this Ghost is supposed to do. Just do that over and over. I think it's sort of like an indicator that, hey, there's a cutscene here. But it seems really awkward. Also, we just warped again. There's no way to see the lower room and the upper room at the same time. That's how you know. And you can also see the pop when you step up the stairs. And of course, there's no windows up here. All right, so there's a guy here. Get some bullets. Okay. Wow, easy mode does not make the enemies any weaker. That took as many bullets as usual. I think they do less damage. Okay, now here's something interesting. These guys apparently randomly drop Tommy guns. Because when I was playing earlier, I played like 4 games just to experiment with it, and on 2 occasions they dropped Tommy guns, which massively increase your damage dealing ability, and pretty much obsolete the pistol immediately. But this time around they didn't, so it's kind of wild. I think they are zombies. This game had mouse look originally, but it was not this robust. I'm playing with a community patch that adds it fixes a number of things about the game. So it's not like an engine remake or anything, but it just tweaks a few things. They're like huge quality of life improvements. Originally, you would have played this like Doom. You would have done, page up, page down to look up and down, that sort of thing. But I don't want to do that. Now, I do want to point out, yes, that's a flood fill leak. This is the game renderer failing to recognize where the end of the floor is. See what's going on? The top of this sector here is leaking, and so it continues to do the flood fill out until it hits another floor layer. This is a sort of bug that could happen in Doom, but didn't in any commercial level. but it seems to happen in this game quite a bit, and I don't know if it's an artifact of the PC port process or something GOG did to it or the community patch or what. But, yeah, exactly. It's in Doom it was called a slime trail. Yeah, that's the one, right? I always mix up the Doom rendering bugs, but it's super rare to non-existent in commercial levels. This, if this was actually happening in the original game, then that's kind of astonishing. But hey, 3DO. 3DO. Okay, so these guys are knife zombies. They are not worth shooting with your gun because they just suck up ammo. They're just bullet sponges. And ammo is... well, they pour it on you at times, and then other times they don't. So what I do is I hit them a couple of times with the gun, and then clean them up with the crowbar. I kind of screwed that one up. Now, I'll point out that the big difference with easy mode, I've just realized, is that they're doing like 1 point of damage every time they hit me. In medium, they do like 15. Oh man, there's a... sorry, I just saw another slime trail bug. Can't seem to line it up again, but yeah, I think this game's probably full of those. Now, I do want to point out, beautiful scenery. Absolutely gorgeous game. Yeah, there's, you know, there's some problems with it as far as, like, several of the things they're doing here are not the right way to do what they're doing, if you will. But overall, I'm pretty impressed, personally. God, the enemies are such bullet sponges. You can see I played this area already. Okay, there we go. Now we're ready to... there we go. Yeah, see what I mean? It really kicks up your DPS. Okay, so we get a whole shitload of shotgun shells, and to that end... this game has a certain amount of RNG, because this guy was not here earlier. And I was playing on medium, so I'm sure they would have removed him, if anything, going down to easy. Alright, so we've got the shotgun now, which is a really, really poorly modeled shotgun. I mean, just look at that thing. Horrible. And then we got to go through another room full of little, tiny, winding passages that we barely fit into. And I don't know if it's their express intent to just keep putting you in positions where you can get shot in the back, but that's effectively what the level design seems to be all about. And I don't know if that was their idea of, ooh, this is what spooky is. But, yeah, it's what they accomplished, you know. Somebody asked earlier if there's jump. Oh, that's right, I did do some jumping. But what I was going to say is that jump is actually on the... it's actually on the right mouse button. Interesting. But also, we've got duck. And I don't know when or if that's going to end up being useful. So. Hello, Cass. Hello, T-Rex. Yeah, the shearing is not fantastic. Mouse look with shearing is not wonderful. Now, I just want to point out, so we've just entered this area, and oh, we've got this big wall here with a passage around it. Now, I wonder why they would architect it like that. Could it possibly be because the outside doesn't exist at the same time as the inside? Because, yeah, as soon as you walk into this place, it unloads the whole outer world. So this game was one of the earlier games that claimed to have, like, a single cohesive world. And it does. There's no loading, right? But they do the thing where... yeah, I think here yeah, the outside world is still loaded, but once I go past the hallway over here, you can actually watch it again on the minimap. Boop. Just evaporates. Pretty clever, honestly. Again, quite ambitious for the era. Hello, Cadence. I'll pat myself, all right? Pat. Come on. His hands aren't working very well today. Anyway, yeah, we get another one of these, I call these geometry airlocks, right? See, visual airlocks, so you can't see stuff disappearing behind you. But anyway, the game looks great, doesn't it? Like, I think so.
Help
Oh,
me.
are we going to get another cutscene? Yes.
Help me. Help me. Please. Gather my spiritual essence from the different symbols which lie around this island.
Okay. Yeah, the first time through, when I was playing this, I didn't realize that those were the cutscenes, that you just needed to, like, pause and wait. I guess that's so the game doesn't, like, hang as soon as you walk through them and load this, like, MPEG or whatever.
Help me.
So another neat thing about this is, this game is called Killing Times from 1995. It's a 3DO joint. Look at the size of this space. Like, this is super dope. Not that you couldn't do this in Doom, but, you know.
Help me.
I'm afraid you'll need an invitation. This is an exclusive party.
So yeah, you can't get in here because you need an invitation, apparently. So, let's go do it. So there's a whole hedge maze over here. All these dudes. Oh, right. And sort of what I realized earlier is it doesn't really make sense to fight all these guys. Oh, I just picked up something cool. There was a little red orb, and that's a power down. That just hurts you. Fucking Mario 2 shit. Alright, so this room is just a little armory, and that's cool because then you get to come out here and just go to town. They just sort of throw you a little bone. I love it. Get juiced up. Wow, that I actually spent more bullets than that gave me. Delightful. I'm not sure if that's the only thing that's in this maze. I guess I should probably check the auto map. I would think there'd be something else in here, though. Maybe that is it. But wait, is there... Wow. Fuck you. Is there a second hedge maze that's not connected to this one? It kind of looks like it from the map. This game definitely has the vector multiplication bug where you can run faster at a diagonal. Oh. So there is. Fucking power down. That's just mean. Oh, it's fun. I'm telling you. There's got to be something useful back here, right? So, I've talked about this several times before, I think, but a problem faced by a lot of early FPSs is what motive is there for the player to explore if they have full ammo? In a nutshell. Oh man, look at the slime trail extending off into the sky. I should probably save the game now that I think about it. In Doom, you only have a couple resources. You've got ammo, you've got health, you've got armor. And on the harder difficulties, yeah, you're constantly looking for health and whatnot, but a lot of the time, all you're really doing is just keeping those topped off, and a lot of the time, you just don't take that much damage. And, you know, ammo in some areas is plentiful, so at some point, you can simply fill up on everything in a level. You could get everything you need, poor puppy, and you don't really have any need to explore at that point. Now, they architected the commercial levels in the original game, certainly, so that you'll basically get healing items and ammo doled out as you need it. So you don't necessarily need to do hardcore exploration, because you're just, you know, by virtue of exploring the level to find the keys and find the exit, you're going to get what you need. I just heard like a grinding stone noise, like a door opened. Another problem with early FPS is enemies don't stun lock enough. Inconvenient. Oh. But yeah, like, okay, so I'm pleased that I have health and ammo that I didn't before. But there's a hard cap, right? And all it ever is just health and ammo, right? You need it, but it is a little one note. Like Microsoft. Great, yeah, okay, we did all this exploration, fought our way through this maze, and we got health and ammo. Is it going to get us anything in the end, or is it just going to spin us back into the forest, full up on health and ammo like we were when we entered? And that is really the problem with that early FPS gameplay loop, is it could get circular. Why are you going into the maze? You're going into the maze to get ammo. Well, you're not going to go in until you have ammo, and then once you're full up, you're just right back where you started, so chances are it's going to be zero-sum. You know? Games like Heretic and Hexen had the advantage of large pools of optional items. You know? Oh, shit. Okay, so I wasn't actually going to bother fighting these guys, but this actually gives me a reason to. There's a cinematic I can watch. That's actually directly on point to what I was discussing. So that's cool. Where's this asshole? So I actually have a reason to clear all this out instead of just dashing through. Is that adequate, or is this guy's going to roll up on me? Alright.
Help me. Help me. Help me.
Sort of have to find the right angle, I think.
This will be the perfect base for our operations. Not too far from the mainland, but private. And the Conway's name is like gold.
What makes you think that Tess is gonna go along with it?
So long as I keep her in gin and relics, she'll keep her nose out of our business.
What makes you think a blue-blood dame like that is gonna marry you?
She will, Mike. She will.
Yeah, well, just remember, you're just a common bootlegger. Hey.
Don't ever call me that! I'm a businessman.
You know, all those, all the damn liberals and hippies these days spending all their time fucked up on gin and relics. I'm sorry, but gin and relics is such a delightful pairing. So, I thought that was like a stone noise, but is that a monster growling? I can't tell if there's bullet spread or if you have perfect accuracy. Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and relics. It sounds like a Homestuck joke. Also, sometimes the like ambient soundtrack just stops. Yeah. Yeah, no sound right now. Don't need it. It's cool. Don't worry about it. I think this is a new area. Oh yeah, clearly. Yeah, and like, somebody made the quip earlier that the gangster subplot sort of explains why there's so much ammo laying around, and like, okay, I don't know if they intended that. Like, yes, it does work. I don't know if they really thought that far ahead or if they just got lucky, but at least, yeah, because that was pretty ridiculous, right? To walk into an area and just randomly there's a big cache of bullets and shells, like, hey, in another game that would seem a lot sillier than it does in this one. Gotta give him credit. But it is, like I said, very much the very tight central gameplay loop. Like, we've just gone shoot dog, collect shells. Shoot dog, collect shells. And we're only collecting the shells in order to shoot the dog. Although it looks like there's new items in this area. So, maybe I'm talking out my full ass. Interesting. What do we have here? Okay, okay. Blood was not yet out. But that's a Molotov. And it looked like I got ammo for a flamethrower or something. Interesting. Yeah, pretty solid sound effects. They sure did pick the sounds off the 6,000 Great Sounds to Scare Your Friends CD like a champ, you know? That's an unnecessary tunk, I apologize. Uncalled for. Although, now that I think about it, the shotgun sound effect is like 8 kilohertz when almost everything else is 16. So that's kind of funny. Like, why is the shotgun effect so low quality? Because the bullet clearly isn't. Oh, the Tommy gun just fires the pistol sound effect many times rapidly. That's funny. And it works. God, this is kind of silly. Whoops. There's no. Oh, I just realized there's no screen punch. There's no like. Oh, whoa! Are those crickets? Those grasshoppers? Can we be friends? I would rather do that instead of shooting you. I am pro bug. You guys, I'm an ally, actually. Again, look at this sort of miserable, claustrophobic little map. Like, this is why we don't make human scale spaces in games. Because it really just doesn't work. I had to crouch to get up that. I wonder if that was by design, or if I was only supposed to be able to fall down there. Oh, really? Look at this! And I can't go up it, but if I crouch, I can. The mouthfeel on this is just rancid. In some ways, just playing this game sort of feels like mush. Whoa! That was a jump scare. In some ways, just playing this game feels sort of like mushing up a banana peel in your hand. You know what I mean? I guess I don't know why you would, but anyway. And yeah, that's the thing, right? Is like, this would be a pretty cool space if I were like squeezing my way through it, and you know, not terrified of being entombed in the earth. But let's not even address that. This is a pretty neat space conceptually, but like practically speaking, given that my character runs, you know, given that my character's lowest forward motion speed, you know, would win the Tour de France. It just seems it seems like a misfire. And again, yeah, like what are we on? Like our 15th round of kill dog, get bullet to kill dog more, and it's just making me want to just, you know what, actually, just run, because they're not doing very much damage. You know, it's kind of hard to tell when they are and aren't. And I mean, okay, let's try and be charitable here, right? We are having an experience of running terrified through the forest. That's immersive, right? Oh my god, what? Really? Wow! going and grab a beer. Has this actually looped yet? I don't think it has. Why does this go so hard? I love the selection of enemies here, by the way. They're so good. We've got, like, anthropomorphic locust. We've got a shitty genie, the worst you've seen, in parentheses. We've got dog. Not a Cerberus, but just like a Derberus. 2 of them. Like, in a good game, this genie who just dies in 1 hit would at least be like a glass cannon, where if I don't let him hit me, then I'm fine. But if he hits me, it's like, holy shit! God, this game kind of rules. What even was that? But yeah, I like to imagine, like, if I don't kill them, then they'll just, like, take 50-60% of my health in one go. But I really doubt it. I imagine they probably just don't hit for shit. Do you think the Here Boy is meant to represent a relationship between the shotgun guys and the dogs? Or do you think it's supposed to be like a weird taunt that just doesn't really work very well? I'm kind of thinking it's supposed to be directed at the player. Also, the 8 direction sprites are sometimes kind of visually confusing. That's probably the least of this game's problems. By the way, regarding like critical reception, it seems like it was kind of mixed. Like, I found some suggestion that people thought this was impressive, both at the time and later. And I also, found people saying like, no, this thing sucks. This is nothing. Many very nice people on both sides, I'm sure. But I wonder, like, I wonder if there is something more compelling than what we've received so far. I just found my way through the maze. These guys are kind of ridiculous. Damn it, what's the, Oh, God, those guys are reminding me of a Pokemon. Oh. Oh? Yo, what does it do, though? If that shit is time-based, I'm out of here. Like, 100%. But, I don't think the game has infighting. I really don't. Okay, so I swear to God, like, sometimes I look at the auto map and it says I haven't been to a place, and I go to the place and I'm like, I'm sure I was here. Trying to imagine when I would use that Molotov that I picked up. Holy shit. Well, maybe that's that glass cannon I was talking about. I should save. Oops. I never, even if a game lets me save with a blank name, I never trust it, because I'm like, you know what? I'll bet that's trying to save to a file that's just called .sav. You know what? Let's talk about something else. I was thinking much of this time that these are the same ammo type, but they're not. And they're definitely not shotgun shells. And the pistol and the machine gun take the same ammo. So, I wonder what that's for. They almost look like slugs. But I full way know. I love how, like, I killed the guy successfully. I didn't get hit by him, but he shits out this damage sphere that I just have to wait for. Like, that's a great way to improve the pacing of the game. Damn it! And then I caught it anyway. From the damn cricket. It's like, what problem were they trying to solve by adding those? Or was it one of those things where they weren't even really thinking about it? They just did it. Oh! Hell yeah, we got the motherfucking Hulk! Alright, what did that do? What was the point? Oh, is that a weapon? Oh, okay, yeah, no, I saw this in the, I saw this in a preview video. This is, in fact, the game's BFG. Which I guess now we know the game only has one more weapon. I wonder what it is. Do we think that that's all we were in here for and that the invite is not actually here? I'm kind of thinking that. Wow. Got stuck on a plant. I was supposed to get the invitation, you know, and I'm chill with that. But I don't know. I guess I'm having one of those times where I have absolutely no idea if I'm doing bonus content right now. You know what I mean? Like, when you're playing a game and you're like, did I just stumble into DLC? Could this be DLC? Do I need to do any of this? Is any of this on the MSQ? Or am I just, because, like, this is silly. This definitely, this is not the game I wanted to play, you know? I wanted to be in a spooky mansion. Ooh. And, like, I feel like this was sort of a thing back in the day. Some of these largely failed FPSs would sort of have a big irritating maze like this as kind of an entrance exam that you had to pass before you could play the real game. Operation Body Count did that with the sewer level. Which is just this interminable slog that you had to get through before you could actually play the game that you'd bought. And it really had nothing... Not that the game had any coherent, you know, vision, really, anyway, but the sewer definitely was not the game that you were trying to play when you bought that game. And, like, this maze is so fucking bad. I wonder if I'm just supposed to be following the path and that's it. Pretty sure we did this whole area. God, the music is so good, though. Alright, so... I'm going to try... Because this is getting really tiresome. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be here at all. It might be that the only point of this entire area was to get the Ankh. The Ankh. To get a USB power bank from Anchor. So I'm going to follow the path. Ignore all side quests. And see where that takes us. Okay, so... Okay, I don't think we've been this way yet. Oh my god. How big is this place? Okay. Oh, okay, this is where we started. Son of a bitch. Ugh. Oh, shit. You know what? I didn't think about that. Maybe the Ankh is a key? I don't think so, to be honest. That does not seem likely to me because it's a weapon. But hell, you know, who fucking knows? What was this thing over here? Did we go in here? We went in here, right? Or did we? Oh, no, we didn't. Shit. Okay, we got doggies. Gunmen. I thought they were caged. They're not caged. The music is so choice. Like, it's not at all what you'd expect for a horror game, you know? And I think that's a great decision. Though part of me wonders if it was a decision or if they just got all the music off a stock music disc. Alright, I just picked up something. Oh, you know what? I just realized I have a vessels section and a keys section up there. And both of them are empty. Orb. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, okay, so I'd like to be clear. I am absolutely 100% on the fuck off side of the yellow paint debate. I think that it's infantilizing because in the real world, when something is climbable, people usually put a ladder on it. And ladders are universally understood, and we're in games for decades, and I don't know why they suddenly think that they can't put ladders in games. It's really weird. Like, they don't... You can make, like, rustic, natural-looking ladders out of rope, and everyone will know exactly what they mean. You don't need to do this. It's completely uncalled for. So I've been very much against it the whole time. However, yes, I understand that the game does need to handhold you, because I played games like this back in the day, and yeah, you could just be lost for hours in a game that, you know, you grow up and you read a walkthrough and you find out the game is tops an hour long. But as a kid, you could just, you know, I spent countless hours running literally in circles, unable to figure out what I was supposed to do. And it always turned out that I had just missed some minor thing that I didn't realize because it didn't stand out enough. I needed to press a button, or there was a little tiny hallway off to the side of a path that didn't look important or didn't look different enough for me to recognize that I hadn't actually been to it yet. You know, so yeah, no, the opposite end sucks.
Help me.
All right, let's see. Can I get in now?
You're wasting your time. The party is for guests only.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, Morrowind is a great example of a game where you could spend hundreds of hours and do nothing in it because, well, it's designed that way, right? Like, that's on purpose. It was a design intent of Todd Howard and the others at Bethesda to make a game where you could do whatever you want, even if what that is stupid. Nobody would ever want it. The nature of making a truly open world game is that you are free to spend all of your time collecting every bucket you can find and selling it for 1 gold. And you know, it's definitely paid dividends, but most people don't want that. Most people want something that where they could tell what it is they're supposed to be doing. Okay, well, clearly that wasn't the key because there's another one. I'm guessing that's just a full heal orb. Might even be like a full ammo orb too. God damn it, more of this. Alright, fuck it. Let's just take the path. Oh, this looks promising. No, it doesn't. God damn it. This is what it was like. This is what it was like before game studios really started focusing on player onboarding and you know, making sure that you didn't get lost and that games gently or sometimes firmly pushed you in the right direction. Like, as frustrating as it is to have like you know, God of War 2, where if you stand still for 4 seconds, you get told, maybe you should try pulling the lever, you know, as if you can't fucking see the incredibly obvious lever that's the only thing in the room. Holy shit. That's so much ammo. It's unnecessary. Yeah, but, you know, it could be immersion breaking to have that experience, but are we immersed right now? Are we immersed? Are we having a good time? I would say no. The good times ran out quite some time ago. It was neat at first. And the thing is, like, oh, hello. Is this just the backside of the house, I wonder? Like, the thing is, it's not even a creative decision. What was the point of any of that? Like, all the forests that we just went through, what did they mean artistically? Nothing. It's just the same thing over and over and over. There was no meaning to it at all. Nothing of value would be lost by cutting all of that out of the game. And so, yeah, they've learned to streamline things. And so in a modern game, you just really cannot have that experience of, like, realizing after hours and hours and hours that you've been in the wrong place and that everything you've been doing is pointless. Oh my god, that was funny. And so, you know, I even had that experience with, like, Duke Nukem. So whenever people talk about, like, all this revanchism, like, oh, we gotta bring back the 90s, do it like we used to, I'm like, what? Because I haven't wasted enough of my life on stupid bullshit already? I mean, come on, I'm teaching myself Solaris, all right? I'm already wasting my one precious life on stupid bullshit. I don't need to compound the error. I wonder if these guys can follow me up the stairs. Also, I just realized there's 2 flights of stairs right next to each other. See, that's another thing. That's another thing. As a kid, I would not have been attentive enough to notice 2 flights of stairs right next to each other. It would have taken me... I would have had to play this game 60 times before I realized. And I'll bet that this goes somewhere very important. Or it could just go to the other side of the house. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, it goes to the same place. I would not have been surprised if that had gone up another floor and I could have been stuck here for hours. And, like, again, with the enemies being such bullet sponges, it's cool at first, right? But then when you put one in 4 or 5 in every single room, what's the point? All this is really doing is just slowing me down. And again, I still have this feeling that, like, the game hasn't started yet. That at some point we're gonna step into, you know, we're gonna pass some test. Didn't make any sense. See you at church, suckers. We're gonna pass some entrance exam, and the actual game will start. What the fuck? Oh. By the way, you remember earlier I was talking about, like, running out of ammo? If you don't have the crowbar, you're just screwed if you run out of ammo. And the enemies just suck up so many bullets. I'm playing on easy, and I'm out of bullets. Just because I tagged a couple of enemies. Damn it. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a full heal. Okay. Well, at least I got more bullets. Wait, only 69? Wasn't that like 3 or 4 cases of bullets? That's not very nice. You know, one thing I don't know is, can the shotgun guys shoot over the dog, or will they hit it, or will they not even try? All these rooms look like elevators. Was this whole fucking place pointless? Are you going to tell me that? Is that what's going on right now? That's there's another thing. The constant. Oh, there it is. Fuck. Oh my god! Why did it make that sound? Holy shit! Brr, 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 brr. Oh. Oh, woo. Here, boy. I swear to God, this game has so much, like, Homestuck energy. It's ridiculous. We gotta see. This feels like you could jump off of it and get soft-locked because you're not actually in the world right now. Yeah, catch my speed run at the next GDQ. I'll be doing this at 3 in the morning. They may actually have invisible walled that, but I honestly doubt it. Alright, well, let's see if there's a game in this game. And if there isn't, if it turns out there's just more of the same shit, don't worry, because I have a punch-out option. I actually have a second game that I had teed up that's equally weird, and which probably nobody has ever heard of. Oh, new enemies. So, okay. Let's go back to praising it for what it's worth. If you're gonna make an open world, then you should, yeah, you should at least be able to access a later part of the world you don't need to be in yet, and I'm sure that's what this is. Like, I do want to go back and see what the fuck the invitation gets me, but also, hey, we're in an area called the Lighthouse. The bummer will be if it's just another weapons cache, like, which I think it probably is. Cache, leave me alone. The fortunate thing is I'll be able to find the mansion entrance by just following the path. So like that's not really a concern. Whoa! Holy shit! Okay. Okay, yeah, I figured we'd just die. For just a second, I was like, if this fails to load, if this for some reason didn't save, then we're out. 100% immediately. That was interesting. You can sneak up on enemies. Wonder if they had bigger plans for that ability. I do wish that the auto map was better, because I can't really make out where I have and haven't been. Let's go hand in this invitation. Let's go to the party. Oh, although... We got that Serious Sam Egypt type beat. The volume attenuation, like you're saying the ducking when I talk is too much. I had that dialed in on the last stream, but I don't know. Anybody else want to chime in on that? Because usually when I make volume adjustments, some people like it and other people are actually more dissatisfied. So at this point, I'm asking. Bernie Sanders' voice. I am no longer asking. Oh, we got to do the diagonal run. What do Doom players call it? The maximum speed run, like MS-20 or something like that. All right.
Welcome to the Conway Estate.
We didn't like Flynn. It's a bit loud when it isn't ducked. Okay. Hey, if anybody else feels that way, then okay, let's see what we can do about it. One moment. Okay, there we go. I knocked like 5-10 dB off of it. Let's see if that's good. I love how they did not really get around to solving the problem of the gun like disappearing and coming back when you load new areas. Oh.
Help me.
Oh, okay. So I think that's telling me I don't have the key for that door.
If you like to smoke, we must insist that you use the lounge in the West Wing. But whatever you do, don't go traipsing around downstairs with a lit cigarette, or Mr. DeVries will have hysterics. Your
Okay.
suite is upstairs in the West Wing. I'll have the maid make up your room.
Oh, take it easy, Manitunis.
Help me.
Yeah, these pillars are pretty good at looking around, aren't they? I'm fairly impressed. Okay, so upstairs in the West Wing. Wait, was that another?
Your suite is upstairs in the West Wing.
Oh, okay. Boy, it's...
This is as far as we could drag it, sir. It wouldn't fit through any of the upstairs doors.
But Byron said it would fit. It's only 3 feet wide.
I believe he said 3 cubits wide, sir. A cubit is roughly the length of your forearm.
Fine. Then we'll open it right here.
Very well, I'll summon Miss Conway.
Oh, that won't be necessary, Robert. I want to surprise her.
She specifically wanted to be present when the crate was opened.
I thought I made myself clear.
You're not the master of this house.
Yet. But that'll change.
Help me.
Miss Conway, I'm quite concerned about you.
Why is that, Robert?
Since your parents passed on, you've been taking up with a dark crowd. Oh, the parties and the merriment are only natural for a young lady. But your fascination with time and ancient things are quite irregular. And now that you are...
Poor dear Robert. You miss our old life, don't you?
It's not just that. Tess, dear child, why do you associate with this DeVries character? He's not of your ilk.
Duncan is my friend, Robert. He gets me things.
It's exactly those things that worry me. He's building an arsenal in the storeroom.
Please, Robert. I'm tired.
And there are gangsters in the garden.
Well, hand them some pruning shears. The hedge is atrocious.
Man, I would expect a butler to know ancient measurements, personally. Okay, I'm pretty sure that that's telling me which key I need, so there's that.
Help me. Help me.
Man, I don't know. Like,
Help me.
this game sure has some ideas. I think that's flamethrower fuel, which is weird. If that's going to be the last weapon.
Should you require a meal, the dining room is located in the East Wing. However, I wouldn't recommend a tour of the kitchen. The chefs there are quite temperamental.
Do you think there'll be a bunch of monsters? I wonder. Oh, we got the evil clown. To go along with the evil clown music. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, really? A monster closet? Did they just, like, at some point go, I guess we're not making, like, an immersive adventure action game. Let's actually just make shitty Doom. Cool, yeah, we did all that, wasted all that ammo, and all we get for it is a couple of bottles of flamer fuel. And some bullets I already had. At least the music's really funny. It's weird, you know, really. Remember when I said at some point the game was just gonna like actually start? I think the opposite is true. I think maybe the whole game is just the same shit. What a disappointment. Like, what they've done here is they've basically taken like a shitty Seventh Guest kind of routine and they've encumbered it with an FPS where you have to like, the FPS is the entrance exam that lets you watch these crappy little FMVs. Like, what exactly is the point of that? There's so many of them. This is absurd. It's like, okay.
Miss Conway is wonderful. The house never sleeps. At any one time, you'll find someone in the ballroom.
Okay. Is this a puzzle? There's so many of these little FMVs, and they all make that noise.
What a curious thing. What do you suppose it means?
Lydia, don't you know anything? It's for playing shuffleboard.
I thought it was another one of Tessa's magic symbols.
Well, a mathematician would call it magical. You see, each row, column, and diagonal adds up to 15.
Oh, Byron, you can be such a bore sometimes.
Oh, God. How long that guy's been here?
You look ravishing, Tess, as always. One would never guess how old you really are.
Why, thank you, Lydia. And you've managed to hide all trace of your late-night carousing.
I was out late, wasn't I? With the rest of the youth. Oh,
the youth.
Duncan's stories, drinking from his starry eye.
That's not all you were drinking from.
His dick also. Oh, wait. They're talking about actual alcohol. Okay.
For alcohol.
Please, leave Daddy out of it.
Sorry, I mixed up my innuendos. Apologies.
I'm sorry. Poor darling. It was a tragic death. Did they ever manage to find the body?
No. The current must have swept it away when his car went over the bridge.
This sucks. This is not good.
Can't believe that he actually managed to wipe out an entire crew of racers as they rode down the Charles River. It must have been quite a sight.
This is such... This is such dog shit.
Not a tear. She just up and joined the Women's Christian Temperance Union. Duncan wouldn't be in business if it weren't for them.
Yes, well, he'd better hope she doesn't show up here with her prohibitionists.
We just have to lock them up in the wine cellar.
Ooh.
They're still talking. God. We have literally clowncore music. Yeah, okay, more clowns. All right, yeah. Okay. All right, it almost sounds like they mixed in a little bit of the Doom, like imp death sound effect. Okay, there's a key in there. I have to go find some. I have to press some fucking button. I love how You know, I really thought that I just heard these go down. But yeah, like the music just disappearing, just deleting itself. Like, yeah. And that was one half of this area. There's more. Like, whenever I play a game that has this sort of vibe to it, I have the same theory about it, which is they started out with really strong ideas about like, oh, we're gonna make this immersive adventure game, and they start making it, and you know, they make some assets, they get some textures going, like these are fantastic textures, and a lot of custom ones. And they got the character art, the digitized sprites, the 3D rendered stuff and whatnot. And then at some point, the either like massive budget slash, or certain people quit, or they just realized the scale of the task they'd taken on, and that they weren't actually ready for it. And well, what do? We've already put in all this effort. We're not prepared to actually deliver a serious FMV entertainment adventure game. What are we going to do? And one possible answer is, fuck it. Forget making all the puzzles. Forget making all the fetch quests and dialogue and whatnot. Just put 35 fucking enemies in every room and ship it. Technically, it's a game, you know, and you can't just walk directly from the beginning to the end.
First look up and then look down. Never play with the naughty clown.
Wow, that's some exposition, baby. Do you think that they're going to make any effort to explain why there's a million evil clowns here? Or is it just like they thought of everything creepy and that was one of the things? Exciting. More clowns. It's just so monotonous. Which is really funny given the soundtrack, which isn't monotonous at all. All this, like, more exploration just to get some ammo for a weapon I don't even have. And even if I did, like, the weapons are not intrinsically interesting, right? They're just a way to make the guy fall down. I probably said this all in the last stream, but every time I start thinking about making a game, which is about twice a year, I get that wild hair at my ass. Every time it happens, I find myself thinking about combat systems. And like how they integrate with the game plot and whatnot. And then I just come to the conclusion that, you know what? Maybe if you're not making Call of Duty, you just shouldn't have combat. Maybe it doesn't add anything. I don't think the fighting is at... Huh?
Help me.
Oh. Again, they both go to the same place. All right.
Help me.
Finally. Oh, I actually do have a key. Where'd I get a fucking key? Huh. Okay. This is not adding anything to the game, you know? Like, exploring the creepy space is one thing, and watching the FMVs is another. Oh yeah, we got, like, evil maids now. Cool, that's making it better. They almost got their tits out. Nearly. Okay, all right. They do actually have their tits out. That sounds like a new kind of enemy. Now, I would also dunk. I would also dunk on the textures, making it nearly impossible to tell where you are or what you're doing. But that was really just like the 256 color era just struggled with that. You know, because if you wanted to have anything like a neutral or an earth tone, then you were kind of stuck with it, and it sort of drowned out all your saturated colors. And at the same time, you did what? Why are there grasshoppers in here? It doesn't make any diegetic sense, even within the framework of the game's mythos. I feel like I'm somewhere in between the guys from MST3K and like AVGN right now. Like I almost feel like I'm doing this involuntarily. The art in this is like pretty good by the standards of the time, but just everything else really. It's one of those things where you want to see the game. What? I swear I heard something else firing at me. Anyway, you want to see the game that they wanted to make, right? Hey, another mad cook or whatever she is. Twisty, turny little passages, all like, God, really? This is it. This is hell on earth. This is why id Software chose not to make human scale spaces in Doom. God, they like John Carmack and John Romero were simultaneously visited by the ghost of video games future, and he just showed them this. They were like, "Fuck that! Good lord!" Yeah, there's hit scan enemies. There's a bunch of machine gun and shotgun guys. This is on the well, I'm not playing it on the 3DO. I'm playing the PC port. But yeah, actually, that's a huge angle here. Imagine everything we're experiencing, except it's on the 3DO. So I'm guessing probably like 40% less frames per second, and a horrible controller. I am punching out. Like I don't think I could do this. I'm not Dino, you know, so I cannot get myself to play through all this. This is so dumb. I really wanted this to be something, but it's just nothing. Ugh! What a piece of shit. Man. Yeah, 3DO is the console we have at home. Give me a second. Oh, boy, yeah. That sure killed some time and brain cells. Fuck me. All right, let me turn this off. Let me turn that on. Bingo, bango, install libpango. Why does it look like that? Oh, that's why. Okay, there we go. That's true. I actually designed Clive's chest logo here. The Timex Sinclair, that's real. I think the stripes are real, but the weird like Batman logo around it just felt like something I wanted to do. Okay, so I have not played much of this game. I don't know if we're going to get too far in it either, but I found out about it. It is super fucking weird, and I didn't want to do it by myself. I wanted to have witnesses.
On her maiden voyage, the Federation starship Enterprise B left space dock. On board was the man who had commanded the ship for nearly 30 years, performing one final duty before retirement. Captain James T. Kirk. His presence on this mission was purely ceremonial.
This is the transport ship Buckle. We're trapped. We can't break free. It's tearing us apart.
I don't actually know if I can change the stream title midstream. Is that a thing?
The Enterprise moved within transporter range and beamed the survivors aboard. Among them, Dr. Tolian Sorin.
I have to go back.
The Enterprise was trapped. Someone had to modify the ship's main deflector to fire a resonant...
Wow, I actually did change it.
Keep things together till I get back. I always do.
I wonder if I was hoping that they would have done something with the intro here, but they just didn't. So I'm just going to skip it so I don't get content matched. Maybe? Can I do that? There we go. Okay, so anyway... so I guess other people knew about this. I'm not surprised, but I didn't know that this existed. It is a first-person action-adventure game based on the Star Trek Generations license from the movies from 1994, but the game is from 1997.
Station to acquire transport coordinates.
I have no idea what possessed them to release a Generations tie-in game 3 years later. Especially because, like, okay, maybe they got the license before the movie came out and it took like 4 years for them to finish it. But Generations was a flop. Like, it was not a particularly successful movie. And the reason for that is that it's bad and sucks. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll watch it. It's not like The Room bad. It's not embarrassing. I'll say this. Insurrection is embarrassing. Nemesis is embarrassing. And every single Star Trek property made after Star Trek Enterprise, except for the Orville, is embarrassing. All of it is insulting, demeaning, belittling, and just outright rancid and should not exist. The last Star Trek movie was First Contact. But Generations is not that bad. You know, it's watchable. It's just disappointing. I hate Lower Decks. I fuck Lower Decks. I was not kidding. Every single thing they have made after Enterprise belongs in a garbage can at the bottom of the landfill. It is so insulting. It is so infantile. Anyway, so Generations was not a huge hit. And by the time this came out, that was known for several years. It's really weird that they decided to go through with it. Just bizarre. So, anyway, I don't know all the mechanics, but at least some of them are strange. If you have never watched Star Trek, you want to watch Star Trek The Next Generation. That is the correct place to get started. I would say DS9, but you cannot watch DS9 without having domain knowledge of Star Trek, and TNG is the best place to get it. The first 2 seasons are rough. It gets much better after that. Enterprise was good, and I'll fight you. So apparently, the way this game works is this takes place over the course of the plot of the movie Generations, which, if you haven't watched it, they start out rescuing this guy from the Amargosa observatory, and we're at that point. So we're at the basically we're after the cold open of the actual movie, and we're gonna go rescue this guy. And then after that, it diverges greatly, but it doesn't have to. Like, from what I've read, you'll notice in the lower right, there's a stardate field. And that's apparently because what's going to happen is this is so weird. I don't have to go to Amargosa. I could go to full sector view. And then I could pick another planet, and I could just leave. I could just set course and drive the Enterprise over there. and just completely ignore the disaster in progress at Amargosa. And when I do that, the stardate will advance and the plot changes. And so in the original movie, there's the ending of the movie is that they fail to prevent this guy from destroying a whole planet. Then they figure out what it is he's trying to do, and they chase him to another planet. A whole star, actually. They chase him to another planet. They catch up with him. There's this whole bit with going to the Nexus and whatnot. But in the end, they kill the guy, and he does not succeed in returning to the Nexus and destroying an entire star system. In the game, apparently, you have to figure out where he's going using stellar cartography here. And if you go to the wrong place, you can, waste time, and he'll get ahead of you. And then he can win. But then you can also successfully chase him but not catch him and just drive him further and further away from his goal. And supposedly at some point he'll gather an armada of Klingon ships, and that ups the ante, and now you have to deal with that. And there's a whole space combat element to it. It's so weird that they did all this in a licensed game. So okay, we go to the system view. We do a short range scan.
Short-range scan of star complete.
All right. And then I think we, what do we do? I think we have to, I can't remember how to do this. Do we set course?
Captain, there is no need to set course to this system. We are already here.
They got all the original voice actors too, which is extremely funny. Oh, there we go. We click this thing, and then we just, there we go.
Short-range scan of station complete.
Okay. I always forget how to begin this. And then we can transport here.
To the transporter room.
And watch what happens. This is such a jump scare. Oh, I love that we get this little summary of what happened. I think this is actually the loading screen. Somebody asked earlier when I'm going to turn back into a human. Never. Because that would require me to be less gay. And that's never happening. Alright, here we go. Let me check real quick and make sure my volume isn't turned down. Because I might have 86 bucks turned down.
Okay. Captain, these blast patterns are consistent with Type 3 disruptors.
Which narrows it down to Klingons, Romulans, or Breen.
So it's a first-person shooter.
The attackers may still be on board.
And I think it's like a raycast style 2.5D, as people call it, engine, because no converging lines. So it's doing the Y-shearing thing again. But for some reason, they have this massive HUD, and it's also an adventure game. So we can shoot. And what I love about this is that the phaser beam is actually being calculated, so you can shoot it any direction. It's fun. And you can adjust the strength of your phaser beam to all these different positions. Every one of these is an option. And does it change how it looks? No. But there actually is a good reason to do this, because otherwise guys will get back up after you've ostensibly killed them and can shoot you in the back. Anyway, but the way the UI works is fascinating. So we've got what was cyclones? We've got a cyclones style aiming system here, right? Where the crosshair is independent of the view, so we could move those separately. But then to interact with things, we walk up to them, and anything we can interact with appears down here, and then you can click on it, and you could use items with it and whatnot without having to try and match them up in the 3D space, which is a brilliant way of dealing with that. So if you left-click it, you just try to use it. It's busted, so it fails. But if you right-click, then it does the adventure game, describe item thing. I think I already said this, but they actually got all the original voice actors, which is fascinating. Really remarkable they pulled that off.
No ships docked here. No ships docked here.
No ships docked here. But I think we can go in here. There we go. Oh, and then So, of course, the one, problem with this, of course, is it's really hard to look down and see things on the floor. So it's easy to just stand on stuff and not realize it. But if we stand over this person...
What happened here?
It was the Romulans. Too many of them. Cloaked warbird.
Thanks. I'll get you to our sick bay.
Okay, now I want you to pay very close attention to the diegetic thing that's going to happen here. Okay, so he just called the Enterprise to tell him about the Romulans, but didn't bother reporting the person who's dying. You have to do that yourself. But watch what happens.
Beam him to sickbay.
See? You see? Because if you weren't looking at him in the viewport, then you wouldn't see that happen. But they realized, oh, we put the guy down here. Let's just go ahead and show you what's happening down there. I love it. It's such a brilliant decision.
The atmospheric containment field's holding, for now. The atmospheric containment field's holding, for now.
I have not tried using the tricorder. Oops. Oh, is that what this is? Oh, okay, that's the tricorder interface, I guess. And, there's a little live mini-map. I didn't notice that. This is adorable.
No use wasting time on this.
All right, now I believe there's a guy in here.
This door is locked.
Locked. I need a key. Pretty sure. Oh, right. We just...
Are you okay? Can you speak?
Where am I?
Hang on.
We just unceremoniously run into Saran, who's like the main bad guy.
Enterprise, I've found a survivor. Beam him directly to sickbay.
No. I must finish my work. I'm Dr. Tolian Soren. It's critical that I...
Sorry, Doctor.
Riker being a dismissive prick is consistent with his behavior in the series, so I'm here for it. You can crank the phaser power. I don't know if it disintegrates things, but it would make sense. Oh.
I don't think this is going to work.
Wait, am I bumping into a plate on the wall? Or what's going on here? Because I was trying to use the Romulan. What is that? I have no idea.
Romulan disruptor.
Oh. Oh, hey, I took it. Oh, okay.
Captain, I found a Romulan tricorder. It's been set to scan for trilithium.
Trilithium is dangerously unstable. Why were the Romulans looking for it on the Federation Observatory?
Let's find out. I'll set my tricorder to scan for it as well. This station's in pretty bad shape.
Oh, so there's actually like a time factor. Yeah, I wasn't sure if the game was like properly audible. It sounds like it isn't really. Let me see. Oh, hey, there's more volume. Let's see if that's any better.
Acknowledged.
I have it cranked as hard as I can other than that, so hopefully this works.
Acknowledged.
Oh, it says auto saves. Wow.
Returning to game.
I could beam him.
But some people only seem to understand force. Enterprise, status?
There are still some crewmen alive in there, number one. Locate them as quickly as possible.
Yeah, okay. So, I guess, maybe I killed him? Or maybe I don't care. Oh. There we go.
It's a beautiful ship, isn't she?
I love the idea of Riker just stopping for a moment and be like, damn, that thing kicks ass. I fly that. There we go. Yeah, it does vaporize his ass. Brutal.
Functioning normally?
Oh, it's a turbo lift. Oh, shit. Okay, all right. I'm sure I'm not done down here. This also suffers from the problem of the game world being so small that you can't really.
Everything looks okay here.
Make out what you're doing very easily. You get stuck on corners and all this shit. So that's a bummer.
I don't think this is going to work.
Oh, I got item.
An illuminator core.
An illuminator core. Okay. Oh.
Enterprise. We've got a survivor.
Okay, I think it's time for me to go upstairs. Oh, wait a minute. Item?
This is useless.
But I took it anyway. Well, I'm glad you can take useless things. This is so much of a video game. Like, there's a lot of video game here. The weird little raster effects they're doing with the screen to simulate, like, shaking and whatnot are wonderful. I love them. The door kept trying to close on me, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's the other turbo lift. Oh.
Don't move.
Nothing doing? A closet. Nothing doing, it seems. I don't have as much phaser power as I would like to have right now. Can I? Oh.
A Romulan disruptor.
Okay, but can I use it? Or...
I don't think this is going to work.
Oh, I think I dropped it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's try this.
Looks like a map of the observatory.
Oh. Play with the buttons. Then let's rescue this guy.
Beam him to sickbay.
Okay, and I think there's like... Is there one more guy, or does it just look that way? There we go.
Get him to sickbay.
Okay.
Enterprise, status?
There are still some crewmen alive in there, number one.
Crap.
Locate them as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I had a glowy point at least. I think I got rid of all the guys on this level. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, I bet I have to get through that locked door. It's probably something I didn't recognize as a door. Let's see. I did this. Did I try this yet? No, that's fried. Okay. Oh. Whoa. Ow. Ow. What the fuck?
I better watch this. These power cables are dangerous.
Oh, okay. The power cable's like swinging back and forth. Okay.
It's sealed. I'll need some kind of key to open it.
Inconvenient. Okay. Don't like it. Can I, Nope, that doesn't work. All right. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Let's get our health. Okay, we're doing okay on health. We've got a hypo spray if need be. Let's try this cabinet.
A fire extinguisher.
Oh, a fire extinguisher. Well, that'll come in handy for putting out a fire. I don't know which one. Wouldn't want to use it on the wrong thing. Or actually, I wonder...
This is going to work.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair then. Let's go back to the earlier area and see, because I think there's at least one. Not him. There's something here we can interact with. What is it?
This graviton inverter's in good shape.
Okay. All right. So that. Okay. So the yellow on the map indicates an item, apparently. How do we get in here? Oh, okay. I think
open the door from here. The panel's shorted out.
This is the. Is this the?
Locked.
I think this is the other side of that room we were just in. No, that looks like a different room. I think I can't open that. I do very much love the. Let's turn this. let's turn this swashbuckling high adventure movie into a game. Should the player do anything or have any excitement whatsoever? No, definitely not. Can we take the food? Can we eat the food? Yes, as it turns out. Riker just stopped for a snack. Delightful. Oh.
A jacket.
Can we put it on? No, we can't. The way he said a jacket is so good, I'm going to need it again.
A jacket. A glass of water.
Holy shit. Wow. Hello, Kinetic. A more appropriate forum to reach me on. Honestly, the best thing you can do right now is email me.
This replicator's not working.
My email address is cathoderaydude@gmail.com. Feel free.
Looks like a map of the observatory.
Man, what have I not done? Did I take everything off this guy? Romulans. Worf voice. I'm fairly certain he wears the TNG era outfit in the movie because there was some bit of trivia. Here we go. There was some bit of trivia I read the other day about how they never switched to the DS9 era uniforms, except I think in one bit of All Good Things or something like that. Man, we very much have just played 2 games in a row that highlight all the problems with games of this era. The graviton inverter and the broken... Okay. I don't know why I would do that.
This illuminator core might be useful.
But I could try it.
That didn't work very well. That didn't work very well. I don't think this is going to work. That didn't work.
Oh, or do we put it in... Sorry, do we put it in this door?
That was lucky.
Okay. All right, fair. I'll allow it. Oh, there we go. Button. Oh, we're going down. Is this door going to open? Yes.
Stop. Something's wrong with the lighting system on this deck.
Well, as it happens, we have an illuminator core.
Survivors broke into a transporter room. He's returned to the station.
Who was it?
The Elorian, Dr. Soren. He's to be considered dangerous. Picard out.
Oh. Did that happen in the movie?
Stop right there!
I can't remember. Really? Jesus.
Beam him to sickbay.
I don't know if this is worth the time.
Useful, but not me. A key card.
Okay, well, we definitely need that. And then...
The suspension field in here could safely contain almost anything.
And we probably do need that. Let's throw away some of this useless garbage. Wonder, is there a way... Oh. Yes. That button lets you flip through items.
The station won't hold together
in the same place. Is that...
Key card.
Is that another key card? Sure, I'll take 2. It's better. We already have one of those.
Geordi might find this useful, but not me. A magnetic justifier.
Oh, we definitely need that. Oh, there's so many cabinets. I mean, that's good. A jacket.
Solar particle separator.
Damn it. Okay, maybe not every named item is useful.
Most of this equipment is wrecked.
Tom Waits' voice. Could pound the dent out on the hood. Yeah, I don't know if Bator and Ligma, whatever her name is, Lursa. Okay, I got the key card. A jacket. A jacket. A jacket. A jack. A jack. A j okay. Shit, trying to remember where the hell I am. Oh, whoa, you can crouch. I guess that's how I protect myself from the swinging power cable. Oh, that's not how you do it. That's how you do it.
This is going to work.
No?
This door has been magnetically sealed. Looks like a magnetic justifier might open it.
I thought he said he needed a key. Okay, now I can't just shoot him, right?
You should learn to mind your own business, Commander.
You made this our business, Doctor.
I cannot allow any interference. Sorry to disappoint you. Computer, initiate launch sequence.
Riker to Enterprise. Soren's escaped by transporter. Riker to Enterprise. I found some sort of missile launcher. It's aimed directly at the Amargosa sun.
See if you can disable or divert it, number one.
I'll see what I can do. Riker out.
Launch bay open.
I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is going to work.
Okay, let's see what we got.
What does Soren want with all these probes? The control mechanism for this door has been destroyed.
Probe loaded.
Oh, man.
That didn't work very well.
Main power deactivated.
Yeah?
I don't think this is going to work. That didn't work very well.
Now, okay, well, we...
Riker to Enterprise. The weapon is launched.
That weapon contains trilithium. There's no telling what will happen once it reaches the sun.
I don't know if it was possible to win that. So, yeah.
Captain, a Class 5 probe has been launched toward the Amargosa sun. Sensors show trilithium aboard the probe. On screen.
I don't think this is a movie clip.
The star's collapse has produced a level 12 shockwave.
Sir, our shields can only...
Yeah, they've like recreated it, sort of. This is a clip.
Warp 1, engage!
Yeah, like the commitment to the bit here is impressive. Somebody commented earlier that they liked the idle or like loading mouse cursor, but that's not actually the loading cursor. It always shows that. No, that's how the movie went. I'm pretty sure that's what's supposed to happen. So anyway, yeah, now what?
Have you completed your analysis of the Romulan tricorder we recovered?
Yes, sir. Apparently, the Romulans were concerned that Soren might use their trilithium to create a deadly weapon.
It seems that fear was quite justified.
The logs also indicated they were unsure of the location of his planned launch site. Apparently, the weapon can be fired from a spacecraft, or from the surface of a planet.
Guinan had some intriguing information about Dr. Soren. She believes he is trying to return to the Nexus, a sort of paradise he and Guinan entered briefly while aboard the Lakul.
According to our records, the
The LeCoultre was destroyed by an energy ribbon on the Enterprise B's maiden voyage. Captain James T. Kirk was killed during the rescue attempt.
Apparently, that destructive energy ribbon is also the gateway to this nexus.
I suppose I could probably skip this, but...
Trilithium Starkiller as a means to return to the nexus. Data, display the path of the energy ribbon.
Okay, that's what I thought. You have to wait for this.
Displaying the projected path of the nexus.
How does destroying solar systems help Soren reach the nexus?
Captain, message from Starfleet.
Jean-Luc, our long-range sensors...
Oh my god.
...destruction of the Amargosa system. Do you
That
know
little animation.
A probe was launched from the Amargosa Solar Observatory, which caused the sun to collapse, creating a level 12 shockwave.
Yeah, the plot for this one was not great.
3 planets of the system.
Did your investigation of the Solar Observatory reveal who might have launched the probe?
An El-Orian named Tolian Soren has developed a weapon based on trilithium. The destruction of solar systems is part of Soren's plan to return to a paradise-like dimension he once experienced. The nexus...
God, this is absolutely agonizingly slow.
The destruction of the Amargosa system is a tragedy, and the loss of the observatory is regrettable. At least the planets were devoid of life. Many of the other systems nearby contain myriad life forms.
Myriad.
You must prevent Soren from destroying any more systems.
It is interesting that we're already at Viridian for some reason. Okay. Now what? Okay. So, like...
Simulating destruction of Versus.
Interesting. The change in the star's gravitational fields has altered the path of the Nexus.
Soren must be trying to guide the Nexus by destroying stars.
Simulating destruction of Galarndon core. Nexus path update.
Sir, sensors show increased energy emissions from the Arvada system.
What do we know about Arvada?
Records show that 2 advanced races once flourished in this system, but destroyed each other in a great war. They used munitions purchased from the arms merchants of Minos.
The Minosans created some very advanced weapons.
Yes, sir. Sensors also show faint readings, indicating that...
This is agonizing. I would like to just play the game, but I have to sit through this very, like, half-assed rehashing of the movie.
Readings may be Soren's. The Arvada system seems like a promising place to look for Soren.
Okay.
Conduct long-range scans to determine the location.
Finally, thank God. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, a lot of these lines are not from the movie, but they could have been.
Simulation canceled.
Okay, let's cancel these.
Simulation canceled.
Alright. I did a long-range scan.
Long-range scan of star complete.
Oh, do I have to...
Long-range...
Oh, that's... Okay, I gotta do that in order to get the names. Alright, alright, alright.
Long-range scan of star complete.
Well, they definitely...
From within the same star system.
They definitely got the voice actors back. So, like, it all sounds good. And I'm sure they re-recorded every line, honestly. I just don't know how many of them are actually quotes from the movie. Guernica, that's not the one I was looking for, right? I don't think.
Long-range scan of star complete.
What about here?
Long-range scan of Klingons complete.
The computer saying Klingons is very funny for some reason.
Long-range scan of star complete. Long-range scan...
Arvada, there we go. What if we simulate its destruction?
Of Arvada. Nexus path update.
Well, they suggested we go here, so I guess let's... Yeah. Oh my God, so we just have to do this over and over and over?
Long-range scan of planet complete.
This is tedious.
Long-range scan of planet complete. Long-range scan of planet complete. Long-range scan of planet complete.
So I was hoping it was going to cache some stuff. Do I have to do this again to figure out which one I'm going to land at?
Long-range scan of planet
Okay,
complete.
so theoretically we'd go here, right? Oh, that blipping noise is the stardate advancing. Okay. So we came here and the energy emissions disappeared. What does that mean, though? Okay. So I can't do anything with that information. Also, wait, when I do a scan, does it advance the stardate?
Short-range scan.
Oh, it does! Oops! I wasted a whole bunch of time doing that. Delightful.
Short-range scan of planet complete.
So I can't do anything here.
Short-range scan of planet complete.
This is such a good game. All right. Well, now what? What do I do next? Oh, man. Can I save the game? Yes. Good.
Acknowledged.
I don't know why she says acknowledge so slowly. There were like a million samples from the show they could have used. My God. All right. Everyone give me just a minute. I need to do several things. I'll be right back. Here comes the music. You know, I was just thinking that if either of the two Klingon ladies from Generations got in a transporter accident, they might get split into their Wursa and Betor halves. God, that was much stupider than it sounded in my head. Shit. The bad video games today are causing brain damage. What can I say? The radiation levels are way too high. How do I play this game? I'm sorry. Worse.
Captain, we're picking up coded Romulan transmissions.
Oh, okay.
Decoding.
We are confident that our fusion reactors can provide the power necessary for your advanced force screens and trilithium priming process.
That is a very bad Romulan voice.
That my requirements will consume your reactor's fuel at a rate far greater than you are accustomed to.
I was thinking about attacking the Klingons.
A nearby planet contains mass quantities of Rogarium, one of our most
Rogerium.
Very well.
Wow, you know what? You're right. It does sound like she's about to send me cybernetic modules. Okay, so was that Epsilon? Computer log.
Intercepted Romulan transmissions suggest that Soren is located near a large source of Rogarium.
And by the time I find that, he'll have moved somewhere else, I think is the play here. But sure, fuck it. Let's go. Who's this? I don't recognize that ship.
Long-range scan of Chodak complete.
You know, it did kind of look like a chode. So wait, I just have to hit every one of these individually?
Long-range scan of planet complete.
This is so tedious.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Oh my god, I can...
Long-range scan of planet.
Oh, wait, that's a neighboring star system. I can hit that one too. Do I? Oh, okay, no, I don't have to scan these moons, do I? Okay, so I don't think any of these count.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Oh my god.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
How do I know where to go, though?
Long-range scan of planet complete.
You're going to hear this like 400 times before the game is over.
Complete. Long-range scan of planet complete.
Long-range scan of planet complete is what I would say
Long-range
if I were trying to drive the player out of their mind.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
So that's the interesting thing. No, you don't need to know what happened in the movie. They do a decent job of like explaining it. The problem is just that I don't know what you need to do.
Long-range scan of star complete.
Like, I really have no idea. Or just, you know, make it not take as long. Like,
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Yeah, you know, maybe, like, here. I'm looking up a walkthrough. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it says as you search for his life signs by performing scans, the crew of the Enterprise drop hints to his location if you can't find him. He'll be on a planet or a ship. And I guess he can, I think he, like, it diverges greatly from the movie. He destroys multiple stars. You can actually, like, he can succeed, but the game continues, and then you can continue to fight him. And if he destroys less than 2 stars, then you can still win. There is a space combat sequence. I don't know what to what to run into, what to do to run into those. Okay, so apparently Terendia and Guernica only exist for space battles. All right. Oh wow! I just found a flow chart of the win-lose conditions. I've linked it in the chat. Yes, I need to fix the BRB image. There are several problems with it. Okay, so where do we start? Picard, Viridians. Wow, this map is kind of hard to read. Wow, this is quite the map. Huh. I don't know how to read this. Wait. Did the music just start for a reason? Oh my God, this Let's Play Archive walkthrough, quote unquote, is, I don't know how to describe it. It's all written in like this first person snarky, sarcastic, in character sort of style. This is not useful to me. This is not solving my problem. I'm going to link that in case anybody wants to see what that's all about. I need a come on, I need a better walkthrough here. Here we go. GameFAQs got the juice. Yeah, and it's from 1997 too. All right. It actually was possible to defeat the initial missile launch. I could have prevented that. Oh, geez. Yeah, that I don't think that's a flow chart. I think it's some sort of logic chart. But yeah, that LP is a very, very powerfully like something you would have seen in the Something Awful day, early Something Awful days. Wow, this walkthrough doesn't. The walkthrough I just pulled up does not explain how to get to the next stage. It just skips right from the end of the first one to the second one. Wow. Oh, wait. Oh, the walkthrough is unfinished. These are only the first two stages. Once you get familiar with the gameplay, you seem to be able to progress easier. There is another stage with Worf. I haven't worked that one out yet. Any other people with hints should try posting them to the news group. Holy crap. Oh, am I actually supposed to, I think I'm actually supposed to go... Okay, I don't know why, but this walkthrough says to go fight the Klingon bird of prey, and apparently you're going to beam onto it. So you know what? What else should I do? I can't think of a better course of action here. A better course of action. Set course. Let's go. This is incredible. The news fruit. Okay, short range scan.
Short range scan of Klingons complete.
What?
The Klingons have powered their weapons.
Raise shields and ready phasers.
Oh, it's space combat time. Let's go. This is gonna... Holy shit! This image rules. With the caption in particular. How does this work? Uh-oh. Oh, okay, there we go. Ooh, the ship has so much momentum. All right, where's our phasers? There they are. Where's our thrust? Uh-oh. Shit! Shit, I don't know how to do anything! Hang on. There's some instructions here. Okay. Ray shields. Target the enemy. This sucks. This walkthrough is terrible. These walkthroughs are awful. Why are they so bad? In general, space combat will either be a walk in the park or ridiculously hard. Wow. You can fire a spread of photon torpedoes, and that does huge damage, but you're only given 271 torpedoes for the entire game, and there's no restocking. Oh, okay. You can give the helm commands. Oh, okay. Let's try that.
Returning to game.
Okay.
Helm evasive action.
There we go. Okay. All right. Do we not need to see them?
Helm close on target.
All right. Okay. Let's Oh, there they are. All right, let's go. Whoa, that's cool.
Are offline.
The shields are up, right?
Their weapons are offline.
Whoa. All right. Okay. All right. This could be worse. But why did they make like 3 different games here? Are they out there? Oh, they're out there. I can't even see them.
Their computers are offline.
Okay, so is that not adequate? Like, are they... Their computers are offline, but they're still attacking. Okay, I think if I don't hit them that hard, I can board them, which I think is the goal here. This is really hard. Oh, you know what? I'm zoomed out too far. There we go. Okay. Close on target. Okay, let's... Let's do 1 volley of photons. And see if we can avoid destroying them this time.
They have destroyed their cloaking device.
Seems good.
Their propulsion systems are offline.
Targeting cloaking device. Target.
Oh, you could target individual systems. Oops. Okay, so did I win? I guess I won. Is that good? Do I like that? All right. Well, there it is. What did that get me exactly? This game is very strange. It's just 3 games at once for some reason. And no, again, no explanation of this. The walkthrough just straight up doesn't explain what to do. Why? Why would you make a walkthrough that doesn't explain what to do? Oh, okay. So, yeah, it says the missions appear in no particular order. But all the same, nothing is telling me, like, what do I just scan every single planet? Is that it? Just every single one? Okay, I'm trying again. If you succeed, you'll continue to... Okay, Arvada. Supposedly we're supposed to go to Arvada. But I went to Arvada, and he said that the fucking life signs... My God, this sucks! Fuck it. Let's go here anyway.
For the Arvada system.
But he says Arvada's really good. Okay.
We have detected the launch of a probe within the Golorndon core system. It appears that the Golorndon core star is the target.
So I lost. So I think I just lost the game.
Sir, message from Starfleet. Priority 1.
Yeah, I just lost.
Our long-range sensors have detected the destruction of the Golorndon system. I presume this is the work of Dr. Tolian Soren?
I'm afraid so.
The destruction of the Galorndon system is a tragic loss to the galaxy, and the destruction of the Romulan base puts us in a difficult political position. The Romulans will certainly try to use this against us at the bargaining table. Jean-Luc, I must recall the Enterprise from this assignment. The USS Monitor will take over.
Understood. Picard out.
What does the game over look like? Oh, wow, that's it. It just punches you back to the menu. Wow. Not good. Not very good. Well, what was I supposed to do? I guess, you know what, let's assume that they're actually here again.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
It's that little glowing thing down here, but that's it. It's just set course.
For Galorndon core.
Look, what does this add to the game? This could be automatic. This could be a cutscene. This is adding very little to nothing. Chodak.
Short-range scan of planet complete.
Elorian life signs detected.
Okay. I cheated. Brr, 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 brr.
Counselor Troy to the transporter room.
Wait, Troy is beaming down? Why? Oh, that's right. She does have experience as an undercover operative among Romulans. There was that episode. Wow, I was really thinking the Troy choice didn't make any sense. The choice. But it actually does. Kind of hate that. I mean, the thing is, right, like, as license titles go, this is very much the opposite of, like, an NES license title, where it's just, we made a shitty Super Mario and then put whatever we got paid to put in the sprite, you know? Alright, it's away mission time. Boom, boom, boom. I love that transition. I wish my PC ran faster. My emulated PC ran faster so we could see it better.
Acknowledged.
Very slow acknowledged.
Returning to game.
Cyril, fuck off. We don't have time for that.
My Romulan hypospray.
That's a terrible hypospray. That makes no sense. So that's the communicator. That's a tricorder. Oh, bats.
Charming place.
Now, this is funny because, like, we've never seen Romulus, I don't think, at all in any of the shows that I consider canon. So, you know, they were just sort of presumably given, like, free reign to just make shit up. And sure, yeah, maybe this is Romulus. Why not? I do like that it has the planet Hell sky. Just sort of the green gradient for the sky is actually a pretty good tie-in to the way the show would have represented this sort of thing.
You are not supposed to be in there. Get out at once.
Is that
my best chance to get in.
Is that a gun turret? You just walk into the shuttle bay. Sure, you know, okay, you know, all right. Oh, the baked lighting! I love it. It's so good. Okay, that's a turbo lift, but it looks like there's more stuff here, right?
This is a door lock. It's locked. I'll need some kind of access key.
Okay. Oh. I was expecting the door to open, not for it to go retrieve a ship, which I think is what it's doing.
I hope that didn't attract attention.
She says after the fact. Alright, same, but different.
This looks like a cargo lift.
Okay.
Ha! 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 Ha!
Oops.
Ha! 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 Ha!
What do you think a Rikers would have sounded like? I wish I'd realized. Like, to be clear, in so many ways, this game is immaculately well made. Like, they really cared, and... did I hit the wrong button? Yes. They clearly really cared. They wanted to get, like, the canon right and all that. And...
Hail.
Hail. Thank you. This looks pretty dope. It's an elevator. Boy, this looks like it's going to be super tedious.
This base is heavily garrisoned.
Man, I'm going to do that by accident and hit somebody and start a fight. It's going to be really funny, but not...
You are not authorized for clearance beyond this point.
It won't open without an access key.
I guess, just a full frontal assault really was not an option, was it? This is another elevator. My God, are there enough elevators?
Ha! 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 Ha!
You're right. Yeah, DS9 did show Romulus. Actually, I forgot about that. It was, gosh. Wait, did it really? DS9 did? I thought I remembered that, but now I can't recall where it was. I can go to Memory Alpha, but, you know, I'm busy. Is this where I came from? No. Boy, what am I even doing?
These are the auxiliary coolant controls. Power readings are normal.
Warning, coolant intake pumps. Coolant intake pumps. Coolant intake pumps off. Warning, coolant intake pumps no longer functional.
Coolant temperature is dangerously high. The reactor's going critical.
Is that adequate? Can I just do that and then bail? Because that'd be really funny, honestly.
We have no more information at this time, Counselor.
I think it's just going to make the whole place blow up with me in it and not solve any problems. Yeah, I mean, they went in unification, but only barely.
This cluster has been modified to launch a torpedo. A computer display panel.
This cluster, she says. It's a cluster.
Most of the weapons are offline, except one torpedo launcher. That's Soren. What's he doing?
Oh, there he is. Okay. There's just, you know, there's a alarm going off, and oh, okay, all right. You know, obviously the coolant's just boiling off.
Reactor's gone critical. She's gonna blow.
Oof, that was not a good line.
We have no more information at this time, Counselor.
Oh, I need a key.
It's locked.
I wonder if...
need some kind of access key.
I wonder if that's meant to serve as a distraction to let you get in that door once you have the keys. I mean, you do, of course, need the key. Boy, I don't know if this really holds together. It's really clever and ambitious, but very awkward.
This looks like a shuttle repair bay.
Oh, this is where that elevator goes. Oh. Wait, why is the key just chilling? Shit. This game has a guys milling about syndrome. I wonder if they fixed the reactor while I was down there, or if I'm going to get back and it's just still going critical. Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. You go down, you overheat the reactor, it gets the guys away from the door. Amazing. Sure, yeah, all right. That's an adventure game, baby. We're adventuring in this game. Yeah, like those Romulans are milling about as hell. That's what they're doing. They're milling.
Warning, coolant intake. Coolant intake pumps. Coolant intake pumps. Warning, coolant intake pumps no longer functional.
The quality of that guy's...
The reactor's going critical.
The quality of that guy's "it's gonna blow" line was so low, it's actually worse than the one at the beginning of Half-Life. Quick, it's about to go critical.
Everyone's focused on the reactor.
Yeah, and how do I...
A door.
Oh, it's the wrong key. My bad. Lol, I get it now. I get it now. God damn it. I have to go all the fuck the way back out here, open the other door, and then for God knows what reason, there's going to be the 3-prong key in the shuttle launch area for... Oh, God, no, no, don't do this. Can I just kill him? Oh, I would love to do that. Sir? 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 My mind is so numb right now. Watch this one have 1 prong. Oh, you know what? I'll take a rifle.
Ha!
Huh. Huh. Why did I collect a rifle? What exactly was the point of that? I guess I could kill this man.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, this game is not very good, which is a shame because what they were trying to do is pretty impressive.
The Romulans are alerted to your presence. Proceed with extreme caution.
That's the only reason I was doing that. Okay, yeah, all right, whatever. I guess I'll just try that again.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. This time, I'm going to try hitting the dude. I want to see what that does. Watch it, like, load me into the beginning of the
Counselor Troy to the transporter room.
Okay, all right. That's my limit. That's as much as I can take. It didn't save mid-mission. Absolutely incredible. Right? Or did I? Yeah, because it auto loaded into the thing. Okay, all right. It's been about long enough. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and leave and do something else now. Thank you all for joining my stream. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. I did my best to make sure that we both had a good time, but boy howdy, those were not very good games. I'm so glad that I had an audience for this. I almost played it myself, but I knew that it would be so much better with somebody to watch. Like, I didn't want to have those responses and not have any witnesses, right? No one would know. But anyway, yeah, that was a fun time in a not very fun game. So, everybody, enjoy what's left of this Sunday if that's up your alley, or hate it, actually, if that's what you prefer. If you want to be miserable, that's legal in at least 40 states. Have a good one, folks.